Of the day, the opening series on the A stream. I have seen a lot of great things from fnatic. I'm hoping we see the same again. They spoke about consistency with some of these players, and I would love to see that as we start off Inferno series here.
Yeah, this is a fun matchup. Two teams rising right now. We heard the desk point out some of the wins both of them have got against teams who made the major playoffs. Maybe these teams are looking to make the playoffs here today. Final day of groups at Katowice. It's complexity on the Inferno pick, and they're spreading across the map early. They've got a couple of sets of utility. Double nade into sandbags, clearing out banana. But we're seeing the apartments play, and it's a double stack from the CTs. Beautifully done between Nikodos and Crims.
fnatic players in the apartments, as old as time itself. FaNg trying to defend the B-bomb site, but they will make some inroads here. Complexity. 3 players on the site now. Mezzi has some control for the retake. There is a personnel advantage here, 4-on-3 for fnatic on this retake. Don't see a kit on these players. I do see some Julies, though, in the hands of Roy. hallzerk waiting to swing with his teammate. Oh my god, he is ready, isn't he? Looking for a second one. He's got his teammate to swing with him as well. So many bullets with the Glock, but Roy's got 2 pistols to the one of those guys. Grim now in the clutch. 2 players to find. They've got to get on this bomb quickly. They don't really have time. Grim just dancing with 15 HP. Down he goes, but is there time to defuse the bomb? I don't think there is, but we'll soon find out.
Roy's running the hell away. He doesn't want to risk it.
Oh, that was so close. But he will be denied. Grim stayed alive for long enough.
And the NA shouting match begins. Our man hallzerk, an honorary American at this point, especially after his performance yesterday against Mouse. 80 kills in the BO3. Nearly 100 ADR average.
Look at these bars.
So close,
look at
bro.
those bars. Happy with that. So much personality in that one player. There'll be a force buy for the most part. Nikodos, though, is holding money in the bank. He wants the AWP sooner rather than later. I feel like he's been fairly dependable with the AWP in this tournament thus far. At least the matches we have seen. I love this buy from Complexity, though. The 3 MAC-10s to clear out all these players. Crim's trying to do what he can. Roy is here as well. Crims has fallen, though, so Roy's kind of on an island here. But Hilton Nearby, they're going for the 180 with those Julies. Never seen them fire so fast. 2 players remain for Complexity. HE's coming through. There are smokes that could be put forward for fnatic to creep behind them. This is still very awkward for Complexity.
hallzerk gets back up into the apartments for the AK, now drops down to the mini pit. And another smoke up towards long. That's going to buy so much time. He isolates the short fight because of it. fnatic trying to sneak in, and FaNg lands the shot. It's all on hallzerk. Nice clean AK, headshot onto the first. And Nikodos might not have the time here. hallzerk locked in with the AK, saving his team from what could have been a calamity.
hallzerk super ready at the beginning of this one. We saw that from the Glock frag in the first round. Very nice, very crisp indeed. I think perhaps fnatic could have used that smoke to try and pull hallzerk out of the pit there. Maybe get one more kill.
Rifle.
I know, those Julies were unbelievable. The 180 as well, he was close to it. Everybody showing they're dangerous regardless of the tools, but it's Complexity with the great lead so far. 2 MAC-10s will continue. We'll see if they're able to farm in round number 3. Just the beginning of a big fight to come on Banana. There'll be so much utility thrown there throughout the course of this game of Inferno. Nikodos is rotating over towards the B-bomb site. He's got a flash, so maybe we'll see some kind of play with FaNg's USP. Big plays with the USP from FaNg. Won't get around the corner in time.
Oh, hello, Mezzi. Oh, not the gun you want in that position. Player crouched with his back turned. Any other weapon you can try and spam to the body, but the USB is not going to work out for him. fnatic maybe just setting up for exit kills here at this point. You figure it's quite likely Complexity will exit through Banana. Less angles to clear here. Grim has the control. So maybe some exit kills on the cards for fnatic.
We're in for a promising... Oh, wow.
Oh.
fnatic with these pistols. JT will die anyway. Is he chased after Floppy now?
Oh, the AK.
Oh, that's beautiful from Katowice. So much damage done. And again, that just alleviates the pressure somewhat for fnatic. Normally in a 3-0 scenario, the T's would have at least one full buy in the hole. So if fnatic, if the CT side are able to find some success, then they've got to hold up against 2 rounds, basically. But that wipeout could pay off for fnatic in the early stages if they can start well in this first buy round. There'll be a technical pause first, as one issue needs to quickly be solved. But you know, they've done a lot with little so far, and again, they've set themselves up to succeed. But first, they have to beat the buy round of complexity and all these AK-47s. Very curious to see what they'll be serving us.
You know how I'd describe fnatic as a team? I think I'd say they're kind of like the EU version of Outsiders, just with a little more fun sprinkled in there. Because like that's a round where they're trying to fully maximize what they can, damage the economy, and they managed to just make it a whole fight on banana. Beautifully done.
Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying there in the sense of I mean, we've used the word discipline in a number of these fnatic series that we have seen here in Katowice, and that's certainly true. They'll take an advantage, but they won't just full send without thinking about what their options are. Very measured approach from fnatic, and it's really engaging to watch. Just waiting for the 10th player to reconnect to the server. And then we'll be off to the races once again. It was a few years ago. I guess it was probably, it must have been before the pandemic. I went to Complexity HQ out in Texas on the Dallas Cowboys village, where the sports team had built their own hospital for the players and so on and so forth. Really fascinating place, all the kind of sports therapy. I have a bunch of stuff they had there actually bought for myself, like Theragun and various other things. It's pretty awesome. They've got this machine you can put your legs in, and it can compress different parts of your legs for blood flow, massage and stuff.
Ooh,
it's pretty cool.
Sounds nice. Yeah, they've always been on point with their facilities, Complexity, which I always appreciate. And listen, I feel like this project is finally doing what they wanted it to. Finally, it feels like there's an NA team with some rising talents that can actually be really competitive at these sorts of tournaments. Exciting time for Complexity fans right now. This is the best this roster. Here we go, back into the gun round. So with all that damage done to Complexity's economy, they have to be really focused in this gun round. Can't afford to lose this, or you could get reset very quickly. Katowice looking for something on banana. He's trapped for a second, but he'll get away. It looks like the T side should get that banana control they're looking for.
So Mezzi's holding in CT at present, in case there's any long play later on. Always interesting to see how the CT setup changes. 2-man swing from Complexity early. Lots of intel for fnatic for rounds to come, and just how aggressive this Complexity team can be, of course. There's a lot more play to come. Grim down to 3 HP. He needs to dodge a decoy grenade explosion.
Yeah. Very passive CT setup. Complexity have done a great job getting map control on both sides. Now they come back to A, and yes, there are crossfires here, and counter utility. Oh no, Grim ends up falling in the flames.
Nice timing from Mezzi. Oh, FaNg with a big headshot with the Galil though. 36 seconds on the clock. Options are open. fnatic don't understand if there's a lurker towards banana or not. This could still be going anywhere. Crim's now got to be careful. JT carrying the bomb is in the red. He's got 24 HP. If he goes down, this could cause chaos for Complexity. He will trade the frag though. That's the bomb on the radar now. The entries from Complexity will surely secure the round. fnatic have lost position now. We'll surely have to save with their remaining 2 players.
Lovely to see from JT. Throughout the tournament, we've seen in-game leaders have impacts like that. Hooksy earlier in the tournament. Now JT comes in with a couple of entries at just the right time. And not easy entries onto that A site either. Had to hit quick headshots in order to pull that one off. And for fnatic, a slow start here that could plague them on their CT side. Unfortunately, Nikodos not able to get involved in the action with that AWP. I think that's going to be a fun matchup to watch for, the AWPing battle between hallzerk and Nikodos. Don't expect to see them go head-to-head, like 1v1 with the AWP, but just seeing who can get the most impact. Because both of those AWPers were kind of questioned by a lot of analysts last year. But at this tournament, they've both really stepped up. And that's poor Grim.
Stuck in the corner. That's a rip. JT, though, that trade. Again, finding this entry as well, so low with the bomb, like one bullet, and that's a wrap for him. Very nice work. Winner of this series will play OG versus the winner of OG and Outsiders, which is also happening at the same time. So a long road ahead for all concerned, all four teams. No easy draw, heading towards the lower bracket final.
OG, unfortunately, having to play with their coach. Rugger is on the server. In case you're interested in his stats right now, he is 0-0-5.
Yep.
Fiku also doesn't have a kill, so, you know, you can't complain.
That's a rough spot, though, because...
Yeah, that is tough.
You can't just necessarily replace all the roles there with a considerably weaker player. So they may have to just change their setup entirely.
Yeah, I feel like you just loosen up at that point. Like, you have to do something with your individuals you do have.
Keep the ship afloat.
Absolutely. Wow, 3B setup for fnatic. Flash at the ready from Mezzy. This double molly play has come in from Complexity, but this time Fasha can fight ahead of it. And another incendiary this time from the CTs means Complexity can't trade. Really nice counter from fnatic. Complexity have run that same banana take a few times, but look at the response from Complexity straight over towards A.
Look at the response from fnatic as well. They've got a third and fourth player on the way immediately, expecting a response. They've got numbers towards B. Let's make a play towards A. fnatic may be reading this as well. We can see Grim trying to creep towards long. Bomb is in tow as well. Mezzy, last seen in Arch, heading towards Library now as they start to move forward. Grim's that peak. They saw him coming and he still delivered. Grim will trade though, left and right. Roy's got so much to do. They're on the way. Looking between the hay bales, he might catch hallzerk off guard, but Grim's here for another frag. 3K for him, but it's the end of the line for Grim. Thanks to Fasha, flopping a 1 versus 2. Doesn't know where Nikodos is, going for that basic short plant, has to plant fast. Fasha taken down immediately. Nikodos creeping on short will get that final kill, and fnatic are finally on the board.
There we go, some success for fnatic. This is a really high-level round of Counter-Strike. I think just in terms of the overall strategy. You see Complexity go for the same banana take. The reply from fnatic, making sure they have a player who can be through that top banana molly quickly enough. And then Complexity tried to come back to A, but fnatic read that ahead of time. They realize Complexity will have seen 3 on B. They'll try and take advantage of the weak point. And then that swing into short was so important from Crims. You see the wrap is coming into the site, so fnatic can't really sit back and just let themselves get split from both sides. Crim's able to get 1 kill.
If you're wondering what Nikodos was doing at the end of the round there, he's just trying to scoop up all the utility they can. First round on the board for fnatic, only 1 player surviving is a really bad omen. But they've got quite a reasonable buy. They've got triple FAMAS. We'll see if they practice the FAMAS. Oh, lovely flick onto hallzerk. Saying hello early.
Not easy to do that with the peek down mid. Very tight angle to spot the head of hallzerk. But Nikodos has been in really good form for fnatic at this tournament.
He's that kind of old reliable, not always flashy, so might go under the radar somewhat, but consistent, delivers the frags. That is quite simply what you want from a sniper. Issues for Complexity as well. We see JT with the Desert Eagle. Money is also low, so this could be a swing round. Could be worth quite a few for both of these squads. They could cause significant losses. That's a significant loss of HP from JT. Grim. Little burst. Mezzy falls into the shadows. 45 seconds on the clock. Flashes. Mezzy's in no man's land, trying to dance around the pillar. Fash is here to help him out, but he can't deliver with that FAMAS. Fash has got so much to do now. They're lining up for him. Floppy and FaNg remain. Bomb plant would be great for them. That looks good to happen. You can see the cover there. Can they land the headshots though? They'll be limited in their angles, especially with an AWP creeping through. One more flashbang for fnatic. FaNg starting to move in. Does Nikodos creep forward? Does Crims come to trade? Oh, the timing isn't great. The elbow spotted. Crims heading elsewhere now. That's a big frag for Complexity in this 2-on-2. Crims is the man with the kit. Look at FaNg with the transfer. That's how you win a round. 5-1 Complexity.
That's crazy from FaNg. It looked like he was going to get caught off guard because he was moving forward. It didn't look like he was ready for the banana player. So he has to hit an adjustment onto this first. Look at this. And then spots that second man.
He's a robot.
Unreal.
He's a robot. That is a huge 4K. Huge, huge, huge. All the advantages gone there. The timing was so weird in the ruins. To not have Crims swinging. He needs to be swinging there with the AWP. So awkward to take a duel as the AWP there, but abuse your extra man and find that trade. Maybe the communication was off, I don't know, but it has led them to this situation where they've got one rifle and a bunch of pistols. They've been looking nasty with the pistols, but to be honest, everybody on the server is looking nasty with all the tools they have, be it an AK, be it a MAC-10, be it a 5.7 or a Desert Eagle. 1 to 5 is not the start fnatic we're looking for, that much is for sure.
Yeah, Complexity starting very strong right now on their map pick. Now there is a stack here, including the rifle of Nikodos. That's a nice early kill from him, but they're gonna follow out of the apartments. Trades necessary because it's back to a 2v2. Nade into pit, the smoke will make it awkward for Crims. There's the turnaround, and Grim gets the final kill. So awkward there, but Complexity's trades are just good enough.
Another timeout being called by fnatic to discuss their options. Just a 1 kill for Mezzy, an outlier, looking at everybody else.
Yeah. He looks a little shaky.
He has been playing a lot of passive angles over towards A, trying to support the rest of the team and so on. But if you look at the sequence of frags towards the end of that last round, it just shows how sharp everybody is for the most part. All those trades coming through, playing off of each other, punishing with the information gleaned, how the pistols got to work here. They lost the rifle early after that frag, fnatic. The pistols delivering though, but again, the urgency from all the players coordinating together. It's okay to go down if your teammate comes in and trades, especially of course on the T side, and Grim delivers that final frag for a big lead. 6-1 for Complexity. The rifle's out for fnatic again. No sniper for Nikodos. We know what he's been doing with that already. So that will be a significant loss for the squad, but perhaps they can find success in a different setup in round 8.
Yeah, even though it's a 6-1 scoreline, this map has definitely been closer than that suggests. fnatic have taken a lot of rounds close. That means Complexity's money is still a little dodgy, and look at the early damage both ways on Banana. Grim and Fasha forced away. Complexity grouped up towards B. And JT chose to get the MAC-10 in this round. Could have afforded the AK. And here comes that counter-aggression again. They're going to meet them head on. Fasha finds one, but the trade's back. So good for Complexity.
That kill feed's like free-for-all deathmatch, but ultimately, again, it's the T side abusing the numbers, coming out on top. How much is there for fnatic to do at this point? Two rounds from now, I want to see Nikodos with an AWP. So hopefully they think about their money in the next round. But again, it's a landslide of rounds for Complexity at present. Very nice work from them. Lovely to see them so aggressive. So aggressive and sharp. Really, really nice work. Another 2K for JT. Everybody fighting for a place in the Spodek. But there's much work to be done today.
For these teams especially. They're only in the lower bracket semi-final right now. So 2 series that need to be won today for these teams to make it through to playoffs. But this is the exact start Complexity would have wanted. I think for fnatic, you see the idea is fine here. It's just the timing was a little late on this aggression. If they'd have gone 5 or 10 seconds earlier, Complexity would have been further back towards the half wall, and there's a chance that you can just catch them in that choke point. But instead, Complexity are on different angles because they've closed the distance. The thing is, fnatic still get a decent amount of weaponry in this round. They can continue to try and make these rounds competitive. We've seen them start with 3B pretty often. That will continue. Now, Complexity do similar nades on Banana, but they are straight back to A in this round. And because fnatic only have 2 CTs on A, they're playing really passive. So they're not going to have an idea until Complexity throw these flashes. I don't think a rotate can get here in time right now.
No, I think they are the sacrificial lambs. This is about to be an honor killing from Complexity, or is it? Crims has been fragging really well as well, but him and Roy will go down at the same time. And indeed, I think that's a wrap for this one. Might as well save that M4 and the Kevlar. Just give them more money in the long term. 8-1 from Complexity, and we've barely mentioned hallzerk's name in this series so far. hallzerk is to come when we get to the second half. If he brings the form that he's had recently, then fnatic are in for a dangerous ride. I think they're going to be in a car with no brakes at that point, because he was smashing in his last match. I think he got a lot of ult frags, go that way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and read the numbers off the top of my head. Never a good idea.
I just remember he had nearly 100 average damage per round, which is just stupendous. I think it was 99 ADR.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Can't relate. Nothing really to do here for fnatic, unless Crims had an incredible overperformance. And hallzerk apparently doesn't need them AWPs every damn round. He's doing it with the AK so far. That might be about to change, though. Complexity have finally built up a bit of money, so they're going to have the option for the T-side AWP, and they will take it. hallzerk taking that T-side AWP on Inferno. Not always picked up by every team. Complexity happy to go for it. And Nicodoz was dueling down mid earlier.
Hey!
And again, and this time hallzerk gets revenge.
Yeah, we always say the AWP is most powerful post-plant on the T side of Inferno, but Nicodoz has been so aggressive with these peaks that eventually, if he keeps going for them, it's going to get caught off guard.
Another quick round from Complexity. Into one man on B.
Got flash lined up as well. Fasha eats it straight in the face, and Grim is going to send it. No respect, big headshot, crouch peek. Thank you and goodbye. Another round in the bag. Another save for fnatic, just admiring the paintwork on the A bomb site. They could spend this time to try and find the dog. This is nuclear from Complexity. They are not playing around today.
This is kind of the issue that fnatic had in their previous Inferno game we saw. I feel like they were just losing a lot of early fights and a lot of early rounds against OG. When fnatic played OG on Inferno, they only got 1 CT round in that second half. So I wonder if Complexity have seen that and are going for some of these fast plays. Ringing the bell, the death bell right now for fnatic.
Ding dong ding. They've come to talk to you about your extended warranty. Please answer the door. Third timeout from fnatic. They have 1 round to the 9 of Complexity. This is a brutal game of Counter-Strike to be on the receiving end of. Complexity look absolutely amazing, though.
Yeah, they're playing so well. I love JT's calling. I think it's evolved through the years. He used to be someone who was much, much more on the side of intricate nades and intricate executes, always wanting to have the upper hand in those strats. But he's definitely added some more pace to his game as a caller. He's definitely added some quicker rounds and some more freedom for his individuals. And now Complexity have the individuals where they can make that work. And it's really been the timings that have been so good for Complexity. You see them just move together so quickly as a pack. They've been unstoppable so far.
Okay, so Nikolas knows he's expected. Changing the approach on this occasion, flashes off the angle, and mid is taken already. Have they got the intel that there are 3 players towards B? You can see the bomb is still T-rampant present. Not doing anything too crazy, but it is a fast-moving round. The swing, Nikolas is in trouble. Trying to punish the tracers there. It's the HG to do the damage. And everybody's still alive. Very awkward engagement. And it seems that Complexity may head towards the B bomb site. Mezzi's not going to be too shy to find this info out. Nobody is home. Get that rotation on the go. Get the man by the well. Get the flashes lined up because Fasha is going to need the help.
Yeah, he's just re-smoked it at a good time. And he's also got an incendiary if needed. But the rotate is arriving here.
Well, the molly is out, and he needs those flashes to come in over the roof. Here it comes. Fasha will deliver. For one, he'll get traded. Nikolas smoked off of the angle now as we've got plays through the smoke. This is absolutely wild. Grim and Floppy remain bomb planted now. Can they have the same success? Again, they are a man down, as they were last time. Grim does not respect any smokes or any players. Trying to smoke off Nikolas. What is the next play, though? Grim, what a nuisance. He is walking through his own smoke again. Nikolas wasting time looking for him. There he is. Now Nikolas can entertain, and Roy can go for the defuse or deliver the frag as well. And finally, fnatic are off that 1 round. They'll finally make it to 2. They can still get 6, but you can see they're not happy.
Yeah, it took them a while. But I think in this round, they start to figure out what they need to do. They made that info play on A long to see if the Complexity players were there. And Complexity have never been leaving lurkers. They've always been grouping up as a 5-man unit when hitting bomb sites. So the fact that fnatic get that info that top mid is clear means they get to rotate back to B just in time. And the counter utility was so much better this time. They have to push through a molly on the Complexity side. The flash comes in at the right time. Now challenging Banana. It's not going to work at all.
hallzerk is here, finding the big frags on the T side. Another entry from him. And he's just getting warmed up. He hasn't had to do too much just yet. Devastating start to round 12. You can see how much that 1 round meant to fnatic, and it's back into the bin once again. Not really committed to either site just yet. Slowly walking towards A, but it is complete guesswork. And Complexity have the time to allow fnatic to hang themselves in this round. To walk the plank, if you will. Crim's may be doing that, but we know he's good for an entry as well. 2 players spotted. FaNg holding an off angle. fnatic just trying to get back into this round. The B bomb site still abandoned. The bomb slowly making its way over there. Grim will be the information man with 8 HP. They'll find themselves an empty bomb site, and this round will be over.
Complexity just filming a YouTube video on abandoned places right now. That B bomb site, completely lost. I love those videos. Exploring abandoned buildings. I'm too scared to do it, but it looks like a lot of fun.
We should definitely send you to an abandoned building.
I'm terrified, James. Don't do it to me.
Just put a GoPro on your forehead, you'll be fine.
The GoPro will keep me safe, I'm sure. Do Complexity hunt. Their money's okay. They've actually got nades as well. Like, FaNg has a molly, which could go to Crim's position in pit.
I botched it. Do it now, do it now. Watch it, just run over it. Same side, he's outside.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. Even saving is a nervous existence. 10 rounds for Complexity. We'll see if fnatic can make it to 5. Heavy losses early in round 12. We'll see if they can change the nature of these rounds in round number 13. The future is bleak on Inferno at present, but this is more or less a full buy. Nikolas slightly shy of grenades, but not the biggest of deals. I think the guns of Complexity are the main issue that fnatic are experiencing. Very fast nades on Banana. And these problems on Banana may encourage them to just dump nades early. So Complexity changing the pace potentially could have some advantages as well.
Yeah, you're just seeing those mollies from Complexity on Banana, and fnatic dump utility back at them. But it's fnatic who are kind of coming off worse for wear in those sorts of trades. They don't have too many nades left now. Complexity only used a few of their own. Again, a gamble with a 4-man A stack. Fasher left alone on B right now.
They force them to use another smoke as well, so a minute on the clock, and there are 2 smokes remaining for fnatic, one of which has just been deployed, as we can see. The last one's in the hands of Roy, who is on long. So again, the urgency of these rounds force fnatic to dump most of their util. They've got a few flashes to make a play. Cribs popping out. He's not pinned too bad on the duels today. Creeping towards B. The bomb deploying the util on the way now. Nikodos drops JT. Looking like an important third round for fnatic. Pre-fire from Mezzi will certainly be nice. 5 versus 2. They can still make this painful though. Grim will be traded. Oh, now it's down to hallzerk in that clutch. He's found himself enough, 18 seconds to plant the bomb. No one else is here. This is winnable now for hallzerk. He needs the 4K, and things start to get scary for fnatic. Crims on Banana. Roy coming in from CT spawn. They both have kits. They're so nervous though. It's hallzerk. He might have an AWP. Nikodos has lost his one. Edging forwards, but they have to find out where he is. And this is burning so much time. hallzerk just chilling now. If he gets one frag, he could just dance around this forever. Oh, he just doesn't land it.
Time? Oh, I think they might have it.
If he gets that 1 kill on Crims, that round is over.
Yeah, man.
That was a scary one for fnatic, but they're able to get another round.
Yeah, honestly, fnatic, I think you put it perfectly. They looked almost nervous in that retake. I mean, I know it was a 4v1 initially. Nikodos committed in and got a bit caught out with the AWP. But then, yeah, Crim's just about able to win that fight. Roy had to jump back to the bomb. There's no way in hell they were getting that defuse if they didn't win that first fight.
Yeah, he should have got that frag.
He should have.
He knows that's his round if he gets that kill. Crims is facing dark, but it's 10-3 on the T side of Inferno. They're not doing too bad.
No, that's great. And I think that's the first round where the coordination looked a little off from Complexity. JT was way ahead of the rest of the squad pushing B, and there wasn't even a CT smoke up. So I don't mind the fact that there's been a timeout, which allows them to just make sure they stay on top of things. You don't want to let fnatic get 5 at the half. You'd rather win a couple more and be really dominant at the halftime score. And here we go, fnatic with finally some nades on Banana that might stop Complexity, or at least stall them in that position. Ooh, fast A-pop looks prepared, at least into top mid.
Counter utility will be burned once again. This time fnatic have held on to much more though. Much more. Standing on the shoulders of giants is Roy, but he can't quite find the angle. Shift walking into the corner. There will be a funky crossfire. When does Roy pop out? Not just yet. That molly might spread.
No way.
Gotta love it when that happens. The patience. Does FaNg even check the corner now? 4 players on the A-bomb site. Nikodos alone on B. Grim starting to edge towards Banana as Floppy shows some presence. 45 seconds on the clock. You can see him trying to bait a shot out one way or another. There is Roy. There was Roy. Peaks eventually. Punished. Oh, FaNg looks nasty with this AK. Everybody's been on a deathmatch servers. That much is clear. Fasher creeping now, needs the info. Will he be ready for this angle though? No, he's not looking at all. Another one for FaNg. 3 kills for him. Putting all the X's up in the corners. Nikodos just chilling on B. Has not much to do but save.
Yeah, it's been a bit unfortunate for Nikodos. Quite a few rounds where his AWP just isn't in the right position. You can see he's only got 6 deaths despite Complexity having what is about to be 11 rounds. And the patience there from Complexity was on point. Didn't overcommit to anything. Waited out the counter utility when it was deployed from fnatic. And it just seems like everyone's on the same page for complexity. And that might be the case in this hunt as well. They're all moving in to try and get this all away. Don't know if they can close this distance in time, though. Should be fine for Katowice. Saving the AWP at a minimum, but the best fnatic can do is 4 CT rounds heading into the last round of the half. Oh, FaNg wasn't fully looking that way. It's just a solid adjustment. A couple of good entries from him on long. And FaSha was clueless as to that close angle.
Coffee break might be required for fnatic at this point. Although you would think this action might wake them up. Sheer brutality, heavy output from all the complexity players. And again, you can see their approach is to hold on to their util as much as they can. Only one incendiary though at this point. Grim again shows some presence. Maybe go for some pre-fire. Katowice holding an off angle. hallzerk creeping as well. Posted up now. Will he continue? Indeed he will. Katowice ready. That's the start they were looking for, but it's always about the finish.
Oh, Katowice uses that incendiary to try and establish an angle on Banana. Not even getting flashed in here. Goes for the fight and loses it. And now Complexity could pounce on this B-bomb site.
These frags are so nasty from Complexity. Looking for more now. FaSha falls off. That flash is never going to pop in time because Grim's up top. Slam dunk on the B-bomb side. 3-on-3. fnatic have to go for it. The rotation will be long. Situation arduous. Roy's the only man with a defuse kit. It'll be close enough to the site. Are they going to pop flash floppy in? They are. Swings and down goes Mezzy. Utterly deleted. Crimson Roy remain. No smoke at the front of the site now. Crim's waiting for the peaks. Takes one in the face immediately through the barrel. Down goes Roy. This half is not going the Complexity's way. The trades are here once again. 12-3 at halftime. Complexity having a great time of things. An absolute stinker for fnatic. We'll see if they can find the air freshener after the break.
Makes me nervous too. Feel like his head's gonna flop forward one day. He's gonna forehead his keyboard. But you can fix those problems down the road.
No, you can't. Take care of your back.
You can only win now.
True. How much prize money is worth your back? You let us know in the comments. We get 10 likes for a Fast Outsiders round.
It's not enough. James knows his value.
Yeah, James owns on YouTube. He's demanding thousands of likes. Game Time channel, unparalleled CSGO channel. He has made it a point to be better than the other pros making CSGO channels.
Yep.
He's done a pretty damn good job.
Come on, Piku. Now or never, kid. Smoke in front of the pack. Oh,
he's getting it today.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, obviously Fuku's not performing to his best ability, but also, like, is he just getting owned? Did he do anything wrong there? Flit's blind according to the kill feed.
You know, every time I do an unlucky or bad on my channel, it's games like these, right? And you go back and you watch, and it's always a mix. You know, it's like, you don't get 114, completely unlucky. Okay, Zywoo's was, actually. his worst game ever. It was actually completely unlucky.
Completely
which
unlucky.
makes sense for a guy who's that consistent.
Okay.
But most of the time, it's going to be like 2-3 rifle rounds that you notice they made a mistake on. One bad spray. The confidence falls off, you know, when you're 1-9, 1-10. And then the other kills, you're getting instud, you know, every other round, which is a typical day in CSGO at the top level. But yeah, not much presence from him on P side. We saw some visible frustration from him. Into now, it may be too late to recover. Maybe not. I don't know. But no money here again for outsiders, for OG. God damn it. For fnatic, heroic, Navi.
fnatic getting beaten about as badly as you were getting beaten earlier in pinball, James. It's not looking good for them.
Listen, I could go on about that pinball thing, but we can talk about that later. fnatic have only 3 rounds from their CT side, but it's in the past. You have to ignore that now. A new half, not quite a new day, but new opportunities certainly for fnatic. Time to get on their bike and start moving forward. Nikodos will be the utility man for fnatic. The rest have Kevlar and Glocks. And have a look at this. We've got a send down mid from Complexity. They don't want to give these guys any access to any bomb sites or any opportunities to come back or anything else apart from deaths, apart from L's, apart from 0 HP, one after the other. Down they go. Roy trying to do his best. He's got the bullets and he's got a 3K and time to reload, but he'll be taken down from the legs. That one got a bit spicy quite quickly, but then the milk came pretty damn fast.
Complexity just playing with pure confidence right now. The aggressive style's been working for them, so why change anything? Push down mid. Too many angles at the end for Roy there. He gets, unfortunately, caught out from the underpass. You would want to see him get a chance to get a fair fight after all these kills come in. But Floppy says no.
Floppy's a leg man. It is known. 13-3 for Complexity. fnatic taking their last time out. Keita. I don't know what you say at this point, but you know, every team has had a monstrous deficit. Every team's been slapped about on the server. So it isn't anything new in that respect. So, you know, opening map of the series, won't be too bothered by it. Sometimes it happens. It is what it is. Let's just focus on the next round. Let's see what we can do. Although they haven't bought anything just yet, so are they going to play versus a 3-14 scoreline? It looks like they might be. Roy picking up a P250. Mezzi's having a nightmare. He's got 4 kills. 4 kills in 17 rounds. I think Rugger's got, what, 3 kills at the moment?
Yeah. That is not a competition I was expecting we'd have today. I guess fnatic want at least 1 gun round. It just feels better when you get at least 1 gun round. But that does mean this one should be clean as hell from Complexity.
No util for fnatic. Farming.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, there's a bomb plant to be had here and some guns to be collected. They can hardly believe it. Going for that safe bomb plant under the Vino. That's where the guys at home, that's where you want to plant, but the urgency is high. There's a, oh, that HE grenade. Do the HE, please. I need the HE. Oh, if that HE came first, that would have been savage with no Kevlar as well. Could have collected 2 maybe. Nikodos looking over the smoke. Roy's here with the MP9. Nikodos now needs a miracle to win this round. He's got to find the right players, but they'll find him first. And it will be a 14th round for Complexity, but that's a noble effort from fnatic.
Roy definitely feeling it, based on the pistol and then that round with a P250. And that's always a great sign for fnatic, especially on their T side. He should be given some freedom to try and be that entry man, just open up rounds. I feel like if you have any chance here for fnatic, you almost need to win some rounds where you just get like 1 or 2 instant entries and just force the constant saves and awkward scenarios for complexity. So wouldn't mind seeing Roy just looking for some early fights. For complexity, it's actually a scenario where you don't upgrade that many weapons. So you got the FAMASs stuck in there. You've got the MP9 still. See how they manage this round. Nico Doz ahead of the util on Banana. Between 2 incendiaries right now, but that means he might be unexpected. They still win the fight against him. The Banana control too damn good for complexity. Oh boy, Mezzy, he's just not having a good day, is he?
Just get all the derp out now. Just get it out of the way. If this is to be a brief half, squeeze all the derp out and then move on for the next game. Minute 10 on the clock for the remainder of fnatic. We know they can be pretty sharp, pretty handy on these AK-47s as well. Running out of opportunities to show it though. At least on Inferno. Vertigo to come. We know what they can do on Vertigo.
Yeah, don't get too disheartened, Fnatic fans. At least it is Complexity's pick. Probably didn't have that high hopes for Inferno. Although that CT side does need some work for Fnatic, based on the games we've seen here at Katowice. Roy is in the smoke, so he might try and get good timing and be a little further forward than Complexity were expecting here. As the G play is ready, there's Mezzy with an entry.
9 seconds to plant the bomb. This is where things can start to go wrong, but JT will be deleted. hallzerk doing what he can. Just keeping the pressure high. The remainder of the CTs are here. Floppy and FaNg. Diffuse kit for the former. Swing in from the latter, and down he goes. Floppy will just be like, oh dear. Outstaying his welcome. Well then. So far, so good. 1 round at a time. Don't focus on the overall score. Focus on what's in front of you. And that's round number 19.
Take those fights at the end of the round, Mezzy. Love to see that. That is what I'm expecting from Fnatic. Just be a bit loose in the way you play. So far down, it's not like you have any real expectations of coming back at this point. Roy defending Mezzy. hallzerk tried a little bit of a lucky lineup. Was not meant to be. Now Complexity have a weakened buy, but their 2-star players have their favored guns.
1, 2.
Ouch. Now hallzerk may have the ore, but it's still not a great start to the round for him. Ooh, both rifles here.
Nothing doing just yet. More mollies to come. They know how brutal this can be. Fnatic with some revenge now. Nico Doz has to be careful. Did he spot JT there? 3 pistols remain. JT going fishing. Still 2 players over towards the A bomb site. Roy's also there. So if they're lucky, Complexity, then maybe they could collect a rifle from this. But indeed, looks like they'll hold on to these pistols for the rounds to come. You can see Roy holding down 2 jobs here. 5th round's on the board, but this is the easier round. The road ahead is going to be very long, arduous for Fnatic. Complexity won't be bothered with these round losses. There are more pistols to come though. This was a force buy from Complexity, so Fnatic may get another one for free. But even after that, so much more work to do.
Yeah, this is the only way back, right? Making sure that Complexity are in poor positions economically. So I guess that's a start for Fnatic. No real need to hunt at the end here. Everyone will hold on to what they can. You can kind of see Fnatic not getting excited yet. Just making sure that it remains as almost pure business right now to try and get back into this one. It's a nice molly. Nico Doz able to just line up a couple. Oh, man.
It had to be a frustrating round for him. 2 HE grenades, 2 mollies coming your way. Just wasn't allowed to get going. He must have known he would persist with all those grenades being thrown up. So this is a junk round for Complexity. You can make a lot with junk. It's a Gary's mod round. I don't know that Complexity can construct much of anything here. Quite the bell ring there. Mezi trying to stay alive now with his 2 HP. So far, so good.
Nice utility from fnatic, just keeping Complexity's pistols behind smokes. And it's not like you have much of an ability to spam with those pistols. So that should keep fnatic pretty safe on this bomb site. Starting to do what they can on the fnatic side.
fnatic sent me their new jersey, which is quite nice. Complexity have previously sent me their big blue hoodie. And if I wear that on a plane, people look at me like I'm a basketball player or something.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It's a bit too big for me, though. We've got to say something to fill this time with the sea coat. All right, well, FaNg's got his Kevlar. That'll save him some money, 4,300 in the bank. He could do with the extra money. A timeout from Complexity before they start their proceedings. Now the real game begins in this second half. Still a big deficit for fnatic. If they can frag enough players, then every round might be 2. But often with a scoreline like this, it's like a half-buy or a pistol runner takes the leading team to gain points. But we won't get too far ahead of ourselves. 1 round at a time, but fnatic absolutely have to be concerned about hallzerk with an AWP. We saw the utility towards Banana in the last round where hallzerk had an AWP. They've got to figure out a way to neutralize him, to keep him out of the game, because he could win it single-handedly if they don't.
Well, unfortunately, he can't get the AWP this time. He could have afforded it, but decided he didn't want to go without Kevlar, which is understandable. If you're going to be trying to challenge on Banana, those nades can come flying at you real quick.
And already have.
Yeah.
He's already been deterred from trying to play AWP no armor. Not going to be doable versus fnatic. Again, this utility to take those CT angles away. Establishing control of Banana a priority. But if they shoulder peek this, they're never going to be ready for Grim. Unless it's Crims. I always believe in Crims.
Utility baited out on the Complexity side. fnatic happy to just play in their default until something changes. Molly put into short, starting to pressure top mid. Complexity want to fight for top mid with this smoke. FaNg will have a little angle to work with. Still, fnatic really happy to take their time here on the T side of Inferno. And I don't know if they realize the info that Complexity have. They've re-peeked into top mid. They'll see this is clear. So fnatic might have to be quick on their B play to make sure there's no rotation coming back to this B bomb site.
Are we going to see a flank down mid as well, I wonder? As the grenades start to stream in, 25 seconds on the clock, and 2 players still holding steadfast top mid. In the meantime, Floppy will deliver. Grim will be dropped. JT blind and extremely dead. Mezi crossing with the bomb. Got to focus on the plot now. Complexity had the information, but maybe reading that they could make their way back. Wonder if it was worth having somebody look towards mid. Easy for us to say with all the information. Either way, fnatic will prove successful in the next round. Won't be worth 2 with 3 players surviving for Complexity. They can spread the wealth and have another go if they can all survive. 1 round at a time. fnatic certainly one of the teams with the discipline to keep focused on the small goals with a big deficit. Not let it get into your head too much. 7th round on the board then. They reach half of Complexity score.
Mezi really starting to show up now after a very slow start. He's had a couple of impactful rounds, which is good to see. Here is the B stream update. Outsiders in a very good position. Maybe not in this specific round. Although FaNg could do this. He could do it. Rugger's still out fragging Fiku, by the way. Oh, and Fiku's gone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn, FaNg wins it. So Rugger out fragging Fiku on the first map. But more importantly, Outsiders picking up that first map over on the B stream. Pretty similar in terms of how one-sided it was to how our game has been going so far. fnatic could be changing that, though. They're starting to put together some T rounds. Rifle save. hallzerk takes initiative, but it won't work out for him. And Floppy manages to get 2 back.
What a fantastic spray on Crims. Just repositioning. That was a beautiful 2K from Floppy.
Still alone, though.
He is indeed, but what do fnatic make of the rest of it? Looking for a third frag now. He's still got 100 HP, Floppy. He is extremely comfortable in this. Now they know that Long could be compromised, and there's enough time for fnatic to do that. But he sees the creep. He's got to know that's 2 players. That's the bomb poking as well. That activates the rotation for Complexity. Has Floppy done enough, though? A rifle and 2 pistols on the remainder of Complexity as they make their way towards the A-bomb site. That good plant where you've got to face the wall to defuse it has been made by fnatic. See Nikados creeping, looking towards top mid, spotting 2. Moving back slightly. There's a trade from FaNg, though. The molly, does he go through it? Does he go past it? He has a smoke, but how could he pull out a grenade in this position? No kit on these players, so they've got to start moving fast. JT is going to run straight to his demise. Is it over for FaNg? With no kit, I think his job is finished for this round. fnatic moves to 8.
Yeah, I thought maybe Complexity would go over towards the apartments to try and get all those guns that have been dropped, but instead just tried to use the time they had on the retake, set up FaNg with some of those trades. Unfortunately for him, though, not able to do enough on this occasion, but still not an awful round for Complexity. They didn't have a perfect buy in that one, and now finally they should have everything they want. They made sure to save plenty of money in this round so that they can get a great buy for the upcoming one. And that will be including the AWP in the hands of hallzerk. So that could be a nice difference maker at this point.
Yeah, this is the test that we were looking for. Complexity responding to fnatic's plays on Banana. And Grim sending it forward now, but Nikados is here to save. JT will trade, however. Still 2 CTs here. hallzerk in position should they dare. Enough utility for both squads. Complexity still with 3 smoke grenades for now. Not terribly challenged towards mid. The fight for Banana continues. And with that smoke, I think it might be secure for a while.
Yeah, it should be fine on Banana. And that means JT will leave hallzerk as that AWP alone locking down that position. So reinforcements arriving to this A bomb site. And that could be very valuable for Complexity. Now they don't have to consider Long. The 2 players on the site can focus on their crossfire, FaNg and Floppy, if they are tested. Mezzy not using nades here on Banana. That's a dangerous game. hallzerk hits him with the AWP, and now fnatic might run into this A-sided stack.
They have to know that there are 3 towards A. 24 seconds on the clock.
Back still with nades, but I don't know if they're going to use them.
Oh, Roy is lucky to get away with that one. Now what difference will that make? Floppy playing from the graveyard, sees all the information, but only the 1 kill. And the bomb site's been lost for the time being. 9 seconds to plant this bomb. Crims with that smoke for Long. Very specific lineup. 2v2 retake now. hallzerk has a kit. Do they wait up the smoke or do they try and force their way through it? Grenades being lined up. Not going to find the right angles though. Roy's in the pit. Has hallzerk spotted something? He's waiting for the jack-in-the-box there. Roy. Oh, he sees hallzerk though. Sees JT as well. How does Crims clutch this one? Spots JT, but now he's stuck in the corner versus hallzerk. The grenade won't be enough. Easy for hallzerk, he's got the kid as well, and Complexity have got game points.
Oh, so close there. With the shot that Crim's landed, combined with the nade, it almost finishes off hallzerk, but he just about gets away quickly enough. I think Roy will be just a little disappointed from that mini pit position. Had that opportunity briefly. But getting that AWP out does make a nice difference in the round. It means that hallzerk can just solo lock down Banana after they've got that control. And then even on the retake, he's effective here. You see the shot kept hallzerk in place. The nade, therefore, actually landed and did good damage. It was very close. 7 health left.
Yeah, Crim's going for the combo meal deal, the hunger buster. Not quite working out for him though. Such an awkward position, minimal options there. Very rough spot to be in. The whole game has been rough for fnatic, who have a long way to go. They've got the bomb plant, they've got plenty of money, and they need plenty of rounds. The margin for error is 0 with Complexity on 15. Floppy will be on the FAMAS for this round. 3 plays starting towards B, and the engagements continue. Who will dodge the grenades now? You can see Complexity lining up these flashbangs, waiting to make these play, but the utility might stop them. Grim looking to swing now, sees Nikadot by the 3 position, and here is to help in Fasha. What does JT do? Awkward for him, 26 HP. We all know there's AKs at 27 in 1. In our hands anyway. hallzerk now, perhaps looking to clear top mid. He sees Quarry and he delivers. That's like a hand he just landed a shot on. Very fast indeed. We said he'd be dangerous. Warded off the push towards A.
This is such a ballsy setup. You're leaving hallzerk's AWP alone on A, and it's going to be the right call right now for Complexity. hallzerk had to feel vulnerable there to the apartments, to Boiler, but now he'll play back. That's allowing this B stack. That could be massive in this one.
Nikadot swinging, FaNg delivering again. JT with 2, the molly will certainly help, and Mezzi's got 4 HP. He doesn't really stand a chance here. fnatic barely got started in this game of Inferno. Complexity smashing them from pillar to post. Timing. Oh, there it is, the last frag from hallzerk, of course. One-sided affair on Inferno. Complexity in full control from start to finish.
Looking good for Complexity right now, but fnatic still have further chances in this series. They've got their map pick coming up. They'll be looking to bounce back. But first, we're going to break down how that Inferno was so damn good for Complexity. We'll be back with the desk after this.